Just your initial thoughts, first of all.
I thought we'd give ourselves too much to do. There's an old saying, you don't win big games early on, but you can certainly lose them. And I felt that were very true tonight. To be 18 behind in a game of that magnitude just made it too hard for us. And then you throw in losing Mikolai, losing Arva, just made it really tough. But I have to say, I thought our effort were outstanding. I thought we had a real go. I thought at times our skill was off, and at crucial times we made some errors that invited Catalan to attack us. But overriding thought, certainly proud of our efforts tonight.
At 24-14, did you feel like the game was there to be won?
Yeah, I think it started to open up. Both sides looked tired, and I felt we threw a number of things at them that caused them some problems. Unfortunately, you probably remember it yourself, James. Back-to-back errors, one on second tackle and one coming in out of our own end on first tackle, and Dave Mead scores in the corner. So it made it really tough to come back from that.
How are Ava and Mick?
Yeah, they both failed their head assessments. They're both fine in the dressing room, but there were no chance of them coming back on.
At times, the players seemed to get frustrated at a number of decisions that didn't go their way. There were some head highs that didn't seem to get punished. They were frustrated. Did you, as coaches on the sideline, share their frustrations tonight?
I don't think so. I think when you've had some experience of playoff rugby before, things that would normally have been penalties in season aren't normally penalties in these type of games. So I understand that. With no excuses at all tonight. I think the overriding feeling is really proud of where the club are at, where we've come, especially this last 12 and 18 months. It's been a difficult road, as you know, and I thought we had a real goal tonight, but like I said, we just give ourselves too much to do.
So how do you, all things taken into account, how do you reflect on 2020 from a club point of view? Yeah,
really proud. I think the sport should be proud of itself for a start, but I think the club, our supporter base, our sponsors have shown in every way they can, apart from being on the terraces, they're absolutely believing what we're doing, that they're fully behind us. And I think the squad is as close as I've seen a squad for a number of years. The players like each other. There's a real trust and honesty that's back. And Richard's obviously done a great job as head coach as well. So we've got some fantastic young players, which you guys will have seen over probably the last 3 months in particular, and they'll be a lot better going into next year for that. And with bringing Sean in and mixing one or two bits up with the backroom team, I'm really looking forward to next year.
Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin, it's Martin here from League Express.
Hi, Martin.
Kevin, I just wonder how difficult it was not having Richard Agar there this week. Obviously, that came at a bad time. He obviously followed the protocol as he had to, but and obviously you brought Sean in to, in effect, cover for him. But it can't have been easy, having to make that change, not having him there at such a late stage.
No, I think you're right. It hasn't been easy, but there's no excuses from us. The three that we had to do without for this period of time, one had tested positive, and obviously our thoughts are ensuring that he was fit and healthy and his family were looked after. Unfortunately, Rich and Jamie were ruled out with track and trace, and there's a huge amount of disappointment with that, but we understand there's a responsibility there are a set of laws out there that we've all got to abide by, and Richard and Jamie are obviously role models, so unfortunately we had to do it tough without them. I would say Rich has been absolutely across all our sessions. He's put a real detailed plan together. Sean was always going to be in this week. It was always planned, always scheduled. It's just a shame Rich wasn't there with them as well, on top of Jamie and James as well. So it did cause a little bit of disruption, but yeah, that's not a reason. We lost the game tonight. You know, we lost the game because we give up an 18-point start, I felt.
Were you surprised that the Catalans really kept going as strongly as they did for 80 minutes? Because they've had not many games. Their last game against Salford, they collapsed in the second half. Oddly enough, it was 18-6 at half-time in that game, just as it was tonight. So, you know, you might have thought coming out that you'd be able to do what Salford did, but they seem to be a lot more focused and frankly fitter than they looked against Salford.
I think James mentioned it before. I did feel we still had a chance of getting them late on, but some crucial errors at crucial times when we had some decent field position really hurt us. So I've no qualms with Catalan getting the win tonight. I thought, I'm going to say it again. When you give a side an 18-0 start in a game of this magnitude, you make it really, really difficult for yourself. And you lose a couple of middles, and that means you've got to change the way you play. We had to try and throw the ball around a little bit more and be a little bit more expansive. The problem with that is you're taking a bit more risk and you make some errors. So, but I have to say, I think Catalan have really fronted up since lockdown. I think it's been really tough for them, probably more so than any other club, and no qualms tonight at all.
But those two head injuries must have really done it for you tonight, I would have thought. You lost probably your two biggest men on the pitch, and Catalans have some pretty big men as well. To lose those guys, I think, must have been surely decisive.
Yeah, it hurt us, without a doubt, Martin. I don't think it was the reason we lost the game, because I thought the guys who came on for them and worked in around that middle absolutely gave 10 out of 10 effort. But you do miss guys of that size. That's the game we play. Those big men are really important, and it altered some of the rotations we would normally have used. And as you said, Catalan are a big side, so unfortunately it would have had an effect on the game. But it's not an excuse.
Okay, mate, thank you.